Alright, today we're going to talk about how a gas mag in an airsoft gun works, particularly in an assault rifle rather than a pistol. I don't have any gas mag pistols. I typically use the CO2. So this is the magazine. Oh, it's actually got BBs in it. I didn't even look. Now, first off, we're going to start off with the care. You're going to need soft air silicone oil, or just silicone oil. It's pretty easy to find and pretty cheap. So, spots where you're going to lube it is right here. You're going to lube this valve, and then G&G says in here too. I don't know why, if this is just the other end of the mechanism or what, but put a spurt in there just for good measure. It's really not going to hurt anything. So how this works is it's more or less a standard cap mag. There's a spring that runs down here. Then your BBs would come out of here once you put it up into your gun, and then the gas comes out of here into your gun for your mechanism to fire. This is the G&G Armament, their M4 gas mag. Now, how the gas chambers work is there's a chamber here and a chamber here. Actually, I believe they're on an angle when I opened it, so that they line up pretty much perfect with this bottom. So there's two big old chambers in there that hold your gas. Now, I had a problem with my gas leaking. You could hear it as soon as I put it in. It's easier to fix it than you'd think. All you gotta do is rip off this little bottom plate, and then they unscrew. Take them out, and I re-screwed them on, and it must have been just enough to tighten it. I do believe you have to take out that little bolt too, and then this whole mechanism just kind of slides out of the shell. But I got it so that it was fixed. It really wasn't as hard as I thought it would be. I was a little worried because these things are 45 bucks a pop. So after I dropped it and it started leaking gas, I'm like, oh fuck. But I got it fixed, so no worries. Now how this works is there's a little inlet port here that goes in there, and then that fills up the two chambers in here. Then when your gun fires, you stick this up in your gun, and when the mechanism fires, it hits that little pin in there, which is also this pin, and that releases the gas into the chamber. And then it's more or less exactly like an AEG. There's a piston. That piston slams forward using the gas pressure rather than a set of gears. It uses the gas pressure to slam the piston forward. The piston pushes the air nozzle pushes the BB. Simple as that. So that's about how a gas mag works. There's really not too much to them. I know that they seem very intimidating. I thought they were at first, but I don't know. If it's something you're interested in, definitely go check it out. If you're looking for an assault rifle to get into the gas guns, I'd recommend the G&G like MK16. No, not MK16. The G&G CM16 Raider, something like that. Go check out G&G. They have a whole bunch of really inexpensive gas guns. I got my M4 platform gas gun from them for $100 right when it came out, and so I know I got a bit of a deal on it, but I think they retail for like $150 now versus paying $350 for what most companies charge for their gas guns. So if you're interested in the realism of the gas gun, the gun firing as soon as you hit that trigger, that's definitely something to check out. It only holds 21 rounds, so it's pretty much identical to an actual M4. Some people like that, some people don't. I thought I'd like it. After I bought it and used it, I really found out that I didn't. But that's my opinion. So I hope that you guys learned something on gas mags. there are three things I forgot to mention about the gas mags. Number one is that this is the release. You push that pin in, and the gas releases out of there for emptying your mag. Now, you never want to store your magazine completely out of gas. That's really hard on the O-rings and stuff in there. So you always just put a little spurt in there when you're done, after you've released all the gas out of there. Gas releases out of there. And you also don't want to store these in the sun. Propane does weird things once it's been in the heat. So you can avoid keeping them in the sun, especially even your propane container. Make sure it's in the shade somewhere, so that they don't get too overexposed to the heat. That's definitely bad for them. It's bad on the O-rings. It's bad on, the gas expands. Every other problem you can possibly think of. There's a lot more maintenance to a gas mag than there is a AEG mag. So, and there's a lot more expense to it too. So take good care of them.